Yo, welcome back to more Monogatari second season, Shinobu Time Part 2. The first part, so some weird stuff going on, but it's a familiar time period. We know what's kind of going on in the background. I feel like as this arc progresses, we're going to get some overlap with some things that we heard about Araragi in the background, like him sending the misspelled text or calling Kambaru to the cram school at night. It's very likely we're going to get to that, but for now, seems like we're going to learn the story that Shinobu has to tell from 400 years ago about her experience, her first time in Japan when she made her first minion, who we know the tragic end of and how that impacted her, but also whatever this darkness is that Araragi and Mayoi noticed. They looked at it and it chased them. But what is it, right? It's like a phenomenon attached to an apparition. It could be something like an emotion so powerful it manifested from Shinobu. Like it could be depression. It could be something. I don't know. Something like that. I'm really not sure because it just kind of gives me that vibe. But I don't know. Could be something more tangible than that, but either way, it seems like we're gonna learn here, so I look forward to that. Other than that, we had a bit of talking with Ononoki, weird amount of compliments to Araragi's muscles, and a kiss that was apparently also like a shot at Shinobu, for her kicking her ass before, and what Araragi did later to make it. I don't know. Some weird stuff happened, but yeah, this is kind of where we're at now. So I look forward to seeing what the fuck is going on, and what happened back then that is for some reason is coming back now of all time. So nothing else to say, really. Let's keep going. Oh, one last thing. Shout out to Nitanoff for letting me know that in the Crunchyroll version of Monogatari second season where I'm watching this, Shinobu Time doesn't have its opening in this version, which is lame as hell. So I'm going to watch the opening now. There's going to be a Vimeo link in the description where you can watch my reaction to the opening. You won't have to sync a timer or anything. It's going to be a Vimeo link. So check that out there if you want to see my reaction to that before I get into the episode. But yeah, so other than that, let's keep going. Excuse me. Beginning the episode in 3, 2, 1. Okay, looks like we're about to get right into it. Huh. All right. Oh, why she went there in the first place? Prime and revival period. What? She was in Antarctica? Dude, look at her in that picture. No people. Uh yeah. Yeah, penguins and polar bears. Yeah, I guess she needs that belief. Okay. Joystick pushing jump. Oh, I can imagine Kishot in her prime jumping. Oh, yo, what the fuck? Alright, that's a little bit more than I thought. It's a miracle she didn't destroy the world before. Or any vampire did. You obliterated a lake? A demon? Okay. So yeah, there might be a more tangible reason behind this darkness. Probably a shock in temperature. Creates a wave. Yeah, that, you know, that. Oh my god. Wow. All around the lake in the region. That is insane. Just splashed it all up. Oh, she was seen. A savior, a god. Yeah, okay, yeah, there you go. That, yep. That's true. Makes sense. Some sort of worship. Wow, and it worked out. Thank you for bringing us to the real world to show this ridiculous way she's telling the story. Amazing. Oh, man. So there you go. This show's so silly. Hmm. All right. Wasn't fit for it. And back to the wonderful art. I bet. Huh. Hmm. Ah. Right. There you go. Makes sense. What did she make him? Anyway. Wow. A whim, as you'd call it for Shinobu. Ah, right, right. Hmm. Not for what she truly was. Okay. So that specifically. Hmm. Damn. So I was pretending to be a god. I'm weirdly thinking of Nadeko. Eeh. Ooh. That's what he said. The owner of Kokoro Watari. Yo. He fought apparitions. Holy fuck. What a badass. Yeah, he's like more like an episode or guillotine cutter or dramaturgy. Ah, they're the Nanayas. Hmm. Apparition killer. He's one of those types. The original. That's so dope. And again, what is this visual? It's great though. Yeah, it's a good question. No? I guess that makes sense. Huh. God damn. Came in all official. Said, where you from? One large and one small. Uh-huh. The replica of Yume Watari. No, we haven't seen the shorter one. Oh, that would make sense. Just a normal katana with a name. Reviver. What the fuck? A sword that does that? Why did he have those? Oh, in other words, useful for her. Interesting. So what led to her making him a vampire? Okay. Yeah, that's true. Apparitions attract apparitions. Especially her in her prime, forget it. Oh. Energy's built. Kind of like how they were building at the shrine. Hmm. Oh no. That was just the start of the bad things, I guess. She continued to be God. Oh my god. And then what? Yeah, that's pretty insane. Gosh. Everyone was gone. Oh. Ah, okay. I see. And if they did, they were fucked. That's all it took. Jesus. Then... Yeah, so what was it? It wasn't energy pent up. So I went and napped. God, she really wrote things out. Apparition killer? Okay. Just the two of them. Okay, looking again. Nothing. Spirited away. Yeah, I can imagine. Oh, man. Then the darkness. Oh my god. Holy fuck. Swallowed both of them. Is this what took everyone? That was enough. Yo. Went back to Antarctica? Whoa, that's gnarly. Wait, it never came chasing her. And that's how she left. Holy fuck. So yeah, not since Kizu. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good question. What happened to him? Well, we know what happened to him. Got swallowed by the darkness, but we heard he killed himself. Okay, almost. Right. So, what? It's right hand and wrist. Oh, he grabbed her. Yo! It detached? Oh my god. With this hand and wrist. Left behind. Hmm. Yo, that's how she revived him. Oh my god. Huh. Hmm. Yeah, it's just like a process. Just the something that naturally happened. God. Because I didn't want to be alone. You know, when she was talking about the suspension bridge, it made me think of the opening to this. Which, by the way, I love that this whole episode was just her telling the story. Time still went by like that. Like, I almost have to check if this was a normal length episode. Wait, there's more to this. Okay, they're doing this thing again where they play the ending and then there's more after. Should have known. But it's an interesting, like, comparison to what she's saying. Of, like, I made my minion is not, like, the way, like, you would, have children. It's not like something necessarily born in, like, romantic love. It's just, like, a natural, like, biological thing that happens as a result of, like, that process or whatever, which is very, like, just distance way of saying it. But, I understand. So, like, her making the minion, but also, like, her saying it was to, like, for her loneliness. So was it not emotional? I guess it wasn't like love, but I don't know because it's the thing. It's kind of both. Failed. Uh huh. Oh no. Right, that's how we heard. Just immediately did that? Oh my god. That's what happens to most of them? That's a high percentage. No wonder we don't see more. God damn. Uh, right. Oh my god. Hmm. That makes sense. Yo. The first thing he said. Yeah, he blamed it all on her. Yeah. No? Hmm. Called a kiss shot. Just like you. Hmm. That he created from his flesh and bones. Ah, that's why he made it. Uh-huh. I swore to God. Fucking yikes. Well, that's sad. So we got the full story of what happened back then, 400 years ago. Why she first came to Japan, her whims, as we know of Shinobu, and how she kind of just went with being considered a god, landing in this lake, in just the perfect context of what they were praying for there. You know, looking how she looked and who she was, being looked at as a god, and her just kind of existing in that, even though it wasn't a good thing. You know, there was no tales of vampires there. She wasn't looked at as a vampire, but the problem was that she was looked at as a god. And at some point, this darkness manifested. It wasn't like how the energies build up, like energies build up at the shrine. Like it wasn't that. The energy wasn't building up. It was something different. Maybe almost like something was absorbing the energy. But at some point during that, this darkness manifested, and it was like stealing everyone. It was spiriting away everyone, which has me very concerned about the darkness here in this town reappearing. I hope it doesn't steal anyone. And as far as the darkness, that's kind of where that ends. You might be able to draw more, or I might be able to draw more about it, just given everything else that was going on. But can I just say that I really enjoyed the telling of that. All the illustrations showing everything. I was just kind of glued to the screen listening to every part of the story. Hopefully I reacted enough, but I don't know. I was just really enjoying the story, the visuals. The original apparition killer, which is so cool. He had his two swords, Kokoro-Watari, and what was the other one called? Heart, and the other one, the Dream. And that one that restored apparitions, the long one that killed them, and the short one that restored them. Quite the weapons for a man to have. And the fact that the Kokoro-Watari that they have now was the one he created after he was revived from his own flesh and bones. I guess he was intending to kill Kishot then or something. I don't know. But he burned up, and Shinobu couldn't save him, and she said she couldn't understand him. There's quite a bit of a sense of regret to this story. Of course, most of all with her minion, her first minion, you know, the vow that she took afterwards, but also, like, you know, her complacency as a god, and how she was like, the darkness was stealing everyone, so naturally I went back to take a nap. Don't you gotta think about things? I don't know if she really regretted that part. She didn't make the best choices. She definitely made some mistakes. It makes me think back to Kizu and how she is now, and the circumstances that led to her relationship with Araragi. The good of that, and the kind of sadness and loneliness she bears, because when you just get the scale of it, like 400 years ago, that was important. That was really cool, though. Visually, it was great. How it would cut back to them in very weird circumstances of her telling the story. It was very visually entertaining. Shaft is very good at showing that. I don't know if Nisio Isin, drew that originally, like those transition scenes, or if that was a Shaft thing. But that was an entertaining aspect to it. I like Araragi's questions. He asked good questions. A lot of talks and themes kind of come up and then come up again later in Monogatari, and this talk about, especially the talk about filling this role as a god, and just the negative roles of being that when you're not. You're something else when you're an apparition. I don't know, it makes me think of Nadeko. While initially it was more like she was, you know, just recounting the story, and we were kind of getting to the point of the darkness. You know, when it kept going, and we saw the circumstances behind her reviving her first meeting, which was just, we learned that she had to do it because he was all but consumed by the darkness, and it was just his hand and wrist. Crazy. It was able to revive him from that. And oh my god, just add so much, like, to Shinobu saving Araragi later when he was burning. Because he could have just as easily lost that there, but we know that circumstances that led her to saving Araragi, and I love what it added to that. But it's really fucking sad, man, because yeah, once they got past him talking about the darkness, like the story could have ended there. About like, so yeah, that's what the darkness was, and we didn't know what it was. But you know, she kept going, and then you could tell it kind of switched to her being a bit more vulnerable, and then, you know, it got more emotional, you know, about this the vow she took afterwards, and how he died, and how she couldn't understand. I'm glad we got that context, man. I love we just got story time. Truly Shinobu time. Truly the correct name for this arc. Definitely enjoyed that. I don't know if there was more to it that maybe I should have caught or talked about, but yeah, I look forward to the rest of this arc. That was great. Anyway, if you got more to add, you know, regarding this episode, or things, you know, food for thought for me, or just in general, feel free to leave it, as always. But more than anything, I want to thank you for watching. If you're seeing this on YouTube and you want to see more of my Monogatari second season reactions, I am ahead on these. I will have finished Shinobu time by the time you see this on YouTube. So if you want to see those reactions right now, the link to my Patreon is in the description. $5, you can see that right now, including every other series I do early access for, including gaming, polls whenever I do those, when it comes to anime or gaming itself. But yeah, that's all I gotta say for now. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.